Hello there. How's everybody doing? I'm doing fantastic. Oh yes, it's Sunday again. And of course you know what that means. It means me waffling on for an hour. No, hopefully a lot of Elvis fun. It's lovely to see you all here tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, wherever you are. And yes, welcome to Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel. Hello, Steve. Lovely to see you. Well, Helen, it's lovely to see you. In fact, it's lovely to see everybody here. Let me just get something here. I hope you can hear me all loud and clear. We have had problems over the last few weeks, what with YouTube not being well one Sunday and Discord being unwell another Sunday. Completely out of my hands. These things just suddenly throw fits and there's not much I can do about it. Hello, Salam. Yes, good to see everybody here. So before I go any further, I want to mention, because I've got a head like a sieve and this could go out of my head, Dylan Bowen, a great supporter of this channel, thanks Dylan, has a petition. And if you go on to Discord and sign Dylan's petition, it's all for trying to get Elvis a number one, a Christmas number one, which of course he deserves to be there, quite rightly. In fact, if it was up to me, he'd be number one the whole time. So what have we got coming up for you? We have got, of course, an underrated Elvis song, a live poll. The poll is actually going to mesh quite nicely with half of the topic. I've got a double topic for you this week, and I want everybody to get into that Discord queue now to call in, because the sooner you join the queue, the nearer you are to the top of the list. A song I wish Elvis had recorded. Yes, that's always a good one. Photoshop of the week, good or bad. Most of them are bad. Caption this photo. We always have a lot of fun with that one. Smoking hot photo for the ladies. This day in Elvis history, a good day in Elvis history this week. And of course, that double topic. You can ring me on Discord, of course, if you get into the queue. You can use the link in the description box below this video if you're not yet signed up to Discord. If you aren't, why not? It's great fun. It really is. And there's a Sunday night club that populate the call-in voice channel after the show, and they have a good chat for an hour or two. So it is really, really good fun. And actually, while we're on the topic of Discord, people have been asking me certain questions about how this works and how that works. So here we go. Let me just show you something here. So you have these sort of channels up here, and if you click on the text channel, you see YouTube, and that of course shows you everything that sort of happened in YouTube and what's coming up in YouTube. In fact, there's some of the things I posted yesterday. Announcements. That's another place to keep an eye on any announcements I want to give you. Elvis related links. Yes, there you are. The Tupelo Elvis Festival and so forth. The rules, which I would ask all of you actually to just cast your eye over. It's only a very, very quick read, a 30-second read. This is interesting. This is the voice channel. This is the one we use for call-ins. Click on call-in and you'll see voice connected. And then when you want to put the phone down on me, you just click disconnect, and that takes you out of the... Then we have the Elvis chat, which you'll be very familiar with. Elvis fan chat. We get a lot of fun in there. Also, there's a link in there as well, which is two links, actually, picture of the day and useful Elvis links. And up above, if you click that little thing there, it shows you all the threads. So it'll show you the Elvis links and Elvis pick of the day, which we ask everybody to post their pick of the day in that particular link. So There you are. And you can also, up above there, you can DM people by using that little mask thing there. If you're friends with them, you can send them a DM. So that's just a quick, for everybody that doesn't know how Discord works. I know most people watching now know how Discord works. So that I just wanted to show people that don't know yet how they work. And I would actually leave those channels open so you can see YouTube and announcements and Elvis related events and rules and fan chat and everything. I would just leave those open the whole time on the page. So when you go in there, they're already open for you. Now, yes, if you could go in there and sign Dylan's petition, I would be very, very grateful. So we, as always, we start with the quiz, and it is, as promised earlier on, if you've been watching my posts here and my posts on social network and everywhere, I try and give as much notice as possible so you can brush up on the topic. Name the Elvis movie song. Kirsty says, Steve, you have taken over my life. Kirsty, don't tell my wife, okay? Well, it's not me, it's Elvis and the Discord channel. And I'm going to try Discord, Vincenzo, says Maxine B. You'll love it. You really will. It takes about a day or two just to find your way around it. But once you find your way around it, you realize, wow, this is absolutely brilliant. You can chat 24/7. You can even talk voice to voice with other Elvis fans if you want. Just go into the voice channel, click on call in and see who else is in there, or arrange to meet people in there. Like I say, I know for a fact that last Sunday and for quite a few Sundays prior to that, there was about 8 or 9 people in the call-in channel just having a great old Elvis chat. There are some people that actually have signed on but never come back in, and I'm not too sure why, or whether we've scared them off or not. But I do encourage everybody to come in, because I mean, if you do Elvis shows, or you do Elvis discos, or you do Elvis this, or you do Elvis that, pop in and let us know about them in the Elvis related events and things like that, because, or the announcements or anything like that. I don't think you can post an announcement. I think I'm the only one that can post an announcements, but the Elvis related events, yes, please do. Now, everybody ready for the quiz? I see Chris R is in the building. I see Dave, Arkansas Dave is in the building. They're going to help me moderate this. Maxine, I've given Maxine the night off. She's out for a meal as far as I know, so enjoy your meal. And yeah, this is basically how it works. Don't forget, you're all excited for this, aren't you? Coming up on Wednesday, November the 29th, Christmas at Graceland. It's on NBC, but it's streaming on Peacock as well. Now, I don't think it's live. I think it's been pre-recorded. I'm pretty sure of that. So, but let us know. Maybe somebody would like to call in and let me know if we haven't seen it by then, because I know it's only for the US. But yeah, Alanis Morissette, John Legend, Casey Musgraves, Kane Brown, who was actually recorded a duet with Elvis, Blue Christmas. I mentioned that last week. Lana Del Rey, Post Malone, The War and the Treaty. That's coming up this Wednesday for you lucky souls in the US. Now, I can't put it off any longer. We are going to do the quiz. And basically, it's very simple. I'm going to show you a snapshot of Elvis singing a song, and you've got to tell me what song he is singing. It's not the movie I'm after. It's what song he's singing. And here it is. I better get my pen ready. I've changed the jingle as well, folks. I've resurrected one. It was one of the big favorites that everybody liked. So I'm gonna do a best of jingles over the next few weeks, I think. And so who is going to be recipient of the first jingle by telling me what is Elvis singing here? And this allows me time to have a drink. Aha. Streamlabs is in the building, I see. Tracy Heenan says, I'll be back. Smorgasbord says Elvis Nation and Elvis Austin. Okay. Jack says spin out. Scott says spin out. But that man again, Dylan, was right off the mark. And I saw his name come up fairly quick there. Well done, Dylan, because yes, he is singing Spin Out. Let me tell you, spin out. Nancy Shank. Good afternoon, Steve. Hello, Nancy. So, yes, I'm going to write Dylan's name. And I'm going to say, are you ready for the resurrected jingle? Which button is it? Oh, yeah, it's this one.
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
Yes, it's the old 29 pictures like that, baby. We did use that for quite a while, a few months ago, and everybody liked it, and I liked it, so I thought I'd resurrect that. Yay, the 29 pictures jingle is back, yes.
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
Yeah, spin out. And that's the sequence where I mentioned this a few weeks ago. You know, how magnetic is Elvis? You've got all these young ladies jiggling around and doing their stuff, and all I can look at is Elvis. So, number two, what song is Elvis singing? Steady, steady, steady. What is Elvis singing here? Now, let me have a look. Dolores says my connection kept going out. Oh, poor Dolores, I'm sorry. Oh, Maxine, I didn't think you were going to come in tonight. Hello, Maxine. Lisa G, he was so handsome. Yes, he was. Okay. So I'm seeing City by Night. Great atmospheric, great song, underestimated song, underrated song, City by Night. Anwai says, answer showing before pick shown. I think you might have to refresh. Okay. I didn't think you were coming in tonight, actually, Maxine, but it's nice to see you. Right, so Duncan. Thanks, Duncan, for answering and playing along. And, of course, you get the...
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
Actually, that's quite a good link there. We're doing movie songs, and he's saying...
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
So, yeah. What a great idea. I never thought of that till now. That was just a happy accident. Vincenzo. Actually, none of his movie songs were that bad, Steve, except Old MacDonald. Well, funny you should say that, because what song is Elvis singing here? Now, yes, Chris, he does look gorgeous in City by Night. Yeah. Okay. Salam says Old MacDonald. No, it's not Old MacDonald. He's sat on a flatbed truck, isn't he, for Old MacDonald? Right, so it looks to me like Duncan is our friend that's got it right again. So 2 in a row for Duncan, because it is yoga is as yoga does. And that's why I was saying to Vincenzo, really? You're saying that the only bad song or weak song in the movies was Old MacDonald? Right, okay. I know there were a few touchy ones, I must admit. Now, I don't mean that unkindly, but there were just a few that were a little bit sort of cringe-worthy. Now, here we go. For Duncan again.
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
Right. Now, that was Yoga Is As Yoga Does. What's this one? The song that got me into taking a yoga class, Ruth. Okay, Dylan says, did you ever? Yes. Did you ever is Jack. Elvis Nation. A lot of people saying, did you ever? Go Blues. Okay. Dylan, yes, it's you again, young man. You again. I can't believe it. Although Chris says Jack. Okay. We have a steward's inquiry. Okay. Can we clarify who it was? Or am I going to have to give it to Jack and Dylan? Not me, Steve. Whoever spelled it right got it first. Ah, I see. So it's probably, yeah, somebody says we need VAR. Yeah. I did the screen grab on that, right? It is Jack. Okay. I did the screen grab on that just after he does a salute and he smiles, and I thought that's a great screen grab, a great screen. Elvis family says it was Dylan. Arkansas Dave says it was Jack. I don't know what to do here now. I really don't. Well, Dylan says it wasn't him, so I'm going to go for Jack, which is okay by me, and I'm sure it's okay by Dylan. Okay, here we are. Jack.
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
Now, this one. I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago. This people are going to get this at hyperspeed. Okay. Duncan, unfortunately, hasn't spelt it right. There's a lot of hard lucks coming in here. A lot of hard lucks. So, Dave says Jack. Jack again, was it? Wow. Jack, you could be on fire. Yeah, I mentioned this song a few weeks ago, saying that I thought it was an underrated movie song, Hard Luck. Maxine has confirmed that it was Jack, and as Chris has as well. So Jack.
Did 29 pictures like that, baby.
All right, so at the moment, 1 to Dylan, 2 to Duncan, and 2 to Jack. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Salam says, boo, Jack. Yeah, it is. For me, it's another underrated movie song, Hard Luck. It's just lovely and bluesy. And I mean, a lot of it is actually, or at least half of it, is sung just with harmonica accompaniment. So, brilliant. Brilliant. Right. Okay, Hard Luck to this one. I wonder will this cause any little blips. Don't forget, you can get into the queue on Discord if you want to talk to me about the topics. And the topics are going to be Elvis A.I. and what Cliff Richard said about Elvis in the week. I know a lot of people in the US won't have seen it because it was on English television, but I will go through what he said. Okay. One Track Heart, Little Egypt. A lot of people getting the right movie. Okay. Scott goes, blank. Big Love, Big Heartache. No. Hi, Rachel. Okay. Did I miss who got it right? Deb H says, don't know. Has anybody got it right yet? Can the One Track Mind. Have I actually stumped everybody? Dylan says he knows the song, but he couldn't remember. Know the song, couldn't remember the song. Wheels on My Heels. I like it, Jack. I like it. Was he not on a bike then? Poison Ivy League. Did he not have a guitar for Poison Ivy Lee? King Creole? King Creole? Yeah, King Creole was actually in black and white. Step right up. Scott says Queenie Wahini's papaya. Okay. Okay. Deb H says, I need to phone a friend. It's carnival time. It's a wonderful world. Right. Okay. Can anybody tell me, right, has anybody said, and I think they have, I can see it there a couple of times actually, or at least once. Okay. Can anybody look back? Oh, actually, the Elvis family is saying Mike M, thumbs up. So are we saying that it was Mike M? Is that who we're saying? Oh, sorry, Dave is saying Mike M. Yeah, okay. Well, that, believe it or not, he's singing Hard Knocks. That's what he's singing. He's singing Hard Knocks. So, Mike M, well done, Mike. And you are the final recipient of this one for this week.
Did 29 pictures like that, maybe.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Thanks to everybody that has taken part tonight, answering, and congratulations to all the winners. We will have, I will be giving a prize, obviously, as always, for Fan of the Month, for whoever gets the most questions right. Okay. So, the topic, yes, the topic is coming up here now. And basically it is AI. 1 million fans can't be wrong. And basically the reason why I'm saying that is because, and it's been going around for a while, and it's this. Okay. It's a video of Dean Z on the left. Okay. And then Elvis A.I on the right. And this video has got 840,000 views, 2,844 comments, and, excuse me, I would say that 90% of those 2,844 comments have believe that it is a real video. It's not AI. And let me read some of these comments first of all. The one and only, the greatest of all time. Okay. His energy, expressing what he is feeling, voice, movement, stunning presentation. What a man. It's not Elvis. It's only the face part that's Elvis. So it can't be, you know, his movements, stunning presentation. What a man. Although I will say that it is Elvis singing on the AI version, the one on the right. They've actually overdubbed Elvis singing After Loving You from Elvis in Memphis. He can't be still. Every part of his body responds to the music. Love this about him. Feeling the music and words. What an awesome man. Love his performance. Maybe the best I've ever seen. Great. It's Dean Z. Okay? His voice doesn't sound like Elvis. That's what somebody said. Even though it is a recording of Elvis singing After Loving You. I love the way he can't stop himself moving even when sitting down. He should have done a whole show sitting down. Well, he actually did 2 shows sitting down. The sit-down shows in the 1968 NBC TV special. I know there was only snatches of songs from that sit-down, but he did do 2 sit-down shows. I've never seen this clip ever. Don't even know any video footage of the American Sound Studios existing. Thanks for sharing. Head in hands. Okay. And we'll finish with this one. It's very disturbing and could be used in terrible ways to fool and con people. And yes, I do believe it's disrespectful to Elvis. So there you have it. That's what somebody says right at the very, very end. They believe it's disrespectful to Elvis. Now, Luigi Lupo, or Lupino, I think it is his name, did the AI of Elvis, but he actually says that it is deep fake, and he doesn't try and pull the wool over anybody's eyes. But the video that's got 840,000 views and 2,800 comments says Elvis Presley, After Loving You 2019, and they've cropped out Luigi's details on the screens, so you can't tell that it is AI or deep fake. So I want everybody to give me their opinion on this and what they feel about it. And I'm going to do the poll in a second, simply because it ties in with this subject. Now, the other part of my topic this week, because I did promise you a two-parter, is Cliff Richard. What Cliff Richard said on a Good Morning show. It's called Good Morning in England. It's obviously on in the mornings, weekdays in England. And it says the 83-year-old admitted he once refused to have a picture taken with Elvis because he was overweight at the time. Can you believe this, folks? Sir Cliff, yes, he has been knighted, sat down with this morning's host, Alison Hammond, on Monday's instalment of the programme to discuss his 65-year-old career in the music industry. However, the interview took an unexpected turn when the 83-year-old admitted he once refused to have a picture taken with Elvis because he was overweight at the time. When asked if he'd met Elvis, Sir Cliff replied, "No, I did not. I had one chance through a journalist when I was promoting Devil Woman in the States. He said, 'Oh, I know Elvis,' because he knew I was influenced, and he said, 'Do you want to meet him?' And I said, 'Yeah,' but at the end of the interview, I thought, can we put it off? He had put on a lot of weight, and I thought, if I am having a photograph taken with him, it's going to be hanging on my refrigerator. He has to look good, so I put it off." Can you believe this? Can you really believe this, folks? Cliff's, and then another part, somebody has constructed another article saying Cliff Richard's age is not an excuse for a critical comment he made about Elvis's weight on the ITV program this morning. Presenter Alison Hammond said, "I don't think anybody of any age has an excuse to come out with something like that. Sometimes when we hear older people come out and say something, we excuse them, but what he actually said was quite cruel." She said she felt sorry for the show's other guests, Sarah Ferguson, who has often spoken out about her own struggle to lose weight. She, that's Sarah, always got a lot of criticism. There was always this massive comparison with Diana, who was more well-behaved and thinner and all that. So, there you have it. AI and Sir Cliff Richard. What do we think about that? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the poll. And it's a very, very easy question. Elvis A.I. Yes, I support it. No, it's tampering with reality. Now, if you haven't seen those two videos that I put up of Dean Z and Elvis, they're very, very easy to find. I was going to link them below, but they're very, very easy to find. You just type in Dean Z After Loving You, and it'll come up, and then, or you put Elvis After Loving You 2019, and the AI one will come up. So that is it. So, I suppose what I could really do is I could go to the calls, and I'll put myself in the call first of all, and then I will go. Hello, Dylan.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset, as you can probably tell, with Sir Cliff.
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about?
He's got nothing on Elvis. Never has, never will.
No, quite correct. He's almost like
He's a copycat.
yeah, he is a
Quite frank,
copycat.
he's a copycat.
And I agree with you, and I'll tell you why I agree with you, because I'm always reminded of the film he did. I think it was his first film, and he's singing "Living Doll," and he's
Yeah.
trying to curl the lip like Elvis. He doesn't do that now, but at the time, that's what he was trying to do, and I think he was trying to piggyback on Elvis's fame and his
Well,
success.
I mean, they was all doing it at one time.
Yeah.
weren't they? Like
Yeah,
every 50s star at one point had a movie career,
yeah.
but not as long as Elvis's.
Mm-hmm.
Because Elvis's was what, 15 years? He had 31 films.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
1956 to 69. Yeah.
yeah, so no, 13 years. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. No, 50.
6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 13 years. Yeah, about 13, 14 years. Yeah. But well, that's not taking into account, of course, that's the way it is in Elvis on tour.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but the comments he actually made, I mean, it borders on ultimate shallowness saying that, doesn't it?
I mean, it's fat shaming, is what it is.
Fat
Like-
shaming. Yeah.
Because not only that, fat shaming a guy who can't defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's upsetting the most.
Mm-hmm.
He's fat shaming a guy that's not here to defend himself no more. I mean, it's wrong to fat shame anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like fat shaming is wrong. Like, period.
Well, picking on anybody's physical appearance, whether it be, whether they, like myself, who's got a big nose or, big ears or anything like that, it's just something you shouldn't really do, isn't it?
I know. And like, especially someone like Cliff Richard who's got a platform and he knows he's going to be scrutinized. Like, come on now. That's the bad point.
And Alison, the actual host, the person that was interviewing him, she even said, "Look, I'm not the slimmest person either. He must be blind if he couldn't see that I struggle with my weight, and yet he still said that in front of me."
Yeah, she was fuming. I seen like the report after it.
Yeah, and I don't think Sarah Ferguson knew what to say either.
I know, but the AI thing as well.
Yes.
I think if it's done well, then I agree with it. If it's done well.
Well, you see, I actually have no problem with what Luigi did with that video.
Same.
But what I take exception to is the person that's re-uploaded it and cropped out all the details and then tried to make people believe that this is Elvis.
Because what they've done is they've took credit for someone else's video.
Yes, that's correct.
Which, as you know, being a YouTube host is a no-go. You shouldn't do that. That's
right.
If you are using someone else's video, you should always give them credit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But and then also I want to thank you for the petition as well.
Yes. Okay.
Because I know that it's a very hard thing that I'm asking for to get him a number one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've not seen him have a number one in my lifetime personally.
Yeah.
And I want to see it happen. I mean, there's a load of people that seen Elvis had a number one, like probably like yourself included. But me, I've never seen it ever. So
well, correct me if I'm wrong. His last number one was with JXL, wasn't it? A Little Less Conversation, and that was 2002. So that's 21 years ago. He's way overdue.
That was again. That's just a year before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of my lifetime.
Yeah.
So I want to see Elvis get a number one because, as I said in the petition, he deserves it.
Yes, I agree.
Because he's had a mixed year. He really has. So why not end it on a high note?
It's been a roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah, but listen, if anyone can do it, Elvis can.
Yes, yeah. So
we just need
let's ask everybody to pop on to Discord after the show and search out the petition. I can't remember which page you posted it on. Which page did you post it on? The Elvis related links. Yeah. Go to the Elvis related links and or events and just sign the petition. It won't cost you any money. It's
Nope.
free, and it'll help. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you.
Speak
Thank
to you
you.
again. Bye-bye. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan's made some good points there. He really has. Let's go on to the next caller, which is Maxine. How are you? How are you? That's very strange. We heard her very, very, very briefly there, didn't we? Hello? We can hear you, Maxine. All right. We'll come back to Maxine. And I will say, let's have a look now. Who's next on the list? Hello, Vincenzo.
Hi, Steve.
How are you?
Not bad. How you doing?
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think of Sir Cliff Richard?
I think that's very cruel what he said.
Cruel is the word, isn't it?
It's offensive.
Yeah. Yes, it's offensive. And do you think he should be brought back on to the show and made to apologize, or at least asked to apologize?
No, I think he should be asked to apologize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Now maybe he will, because there's been. Did you see any of the coverage, or with you being in Italy, you probably wouldn't have seen any of the coverage?
I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah. 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 It just didn't sound. He just didn't do himself any favors at all, did he?
Yeah.
And tell me this: what do you think of the AI?
I don't like AI.
You don't like AI, so you're going to be a no on the poll, are you?
Yeah. There's only one Elvis.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, Vincenzo.
Okay, nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Steve.
nice talking to you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, we'll try. Oh no, she's actually left the building at the moment. So I'll tell you who I'm going to try now. I'm actually going to try Brent. Hi, Brent.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
You're coming through loud and clear. Always good to speak to you, Brent.
Oh, always good to speak with you, but right now I'm teeming with righteous indignation over what's going on here. First of all, with Sir Cliff, if I were part of, I don't know who awards the title or not. Is it conferred by the Queen, or is it by Parliament? I'm not sure. I would strip him of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I would totally do that, because you know what? Well, see, first of all, I am a perfect human specimen, so I don't know what it's like to be ridiculed for my looks or anything, but I could imagine it could be quite demoralizing. No, in all seriousness, though, you know what? I think that it just reveals that he's that of like a sociopath or something, because usually someone endowed with a sense of empathy would even kind of keep that opinion to themselves, even if that's what they thought.
What a great point. Yeah, yeah. Why didn't he just
Because
say...
they could at least project, like, someone might find this really horrific. So even if this is my thought, I should probably not disclose that.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't he just say, I did have a chance, but it didn't work out, or something like that? Why did he have to bring in the overweight part?
Usually when we feel we need to put down someone else, it's usually because there's a feeling of inadequacy within ourselves, so we have to project it onto someone else. It's sort of like, I don't want someone looking at me for one of my flaws, so I'm going to put someone else under the bus. So he obviously has a self-esteem issue, because someone who actually has a healthy self-esteem wouldn't really feel the need or the inclination to point out someone's imperfection.
There could be jealousy in there, couldn't there?
Well, yeah, first of all, he always knows he'll never be Elvis and all that. And so for that 1 second in time, he needs to feel relevant. First of all, too, I could understand if, like, even if that person was an adversarial target, you would still take the high road.
Yeah.
So it is totally inexcusable to not only target someone like that who cannot defend themselves, like what Dylan said. I think we look for reasons to de-escalate other people's esteem in a way to push ours and elevate ours, and it's very faulty. It's disgusting, and I used to respect him as an artist, but it's hard to when you have those two worlds close to each other. As for the AI, what concerns me,
yeah.
is we've always used to say, well, why don't fear technology. People said the same thing about the telephone or the same thing. However, with all those technological advances that change things, we were always still able to distinguish between reality and fantasy.
Hmm.
And with AI can also manipulate voices as well as doing visual deepfakes. So I don't want to see the opportunist at Elvis Presley Enterprises licensing Elvis's voice because they could take any bit of his vocal sampling and make a song. And all of a sudden, you see Elvis in a commercial inside of a bathroom singing a song about toilet cleaner. I would not want to see it get to that. So I do believe that there's supposed to be a lot of constraints there.
Yeah, I think
Because
there
think about it,
needs to be.
if we're exploiting him now, Steve, what's going to happen then?
And also, it's still in its early stages. I mean, it's, when it's really, really perfected, it's going to be scary. I mean, I was a great advocate for doing this, but now my view is starting to change a little bit, especially the way that this person has re-uploaded, cut out anything to do with Luigi, and people are really thinking that video is Elvis. They're so so confused.
Yeah. Because you and I, Steve, being content creators, we kind of have to think 5 steps down the line. Why other people might think that the bear at the door might be friendly, we have to almost assume it's going to try to massacre us, okay? So I try to see how this will be abused before I could see the benefits, because I would not put it past people to start using him in commercials. And I think with Elvis, it's a bigger problem because when you start going into the deep dive of Elvis, you almost have to go through X-cult deprogramming to get rid of all the stereotypes you've had fed into you before you could see the real artistry there. And I think the AI could bury him again under all of the kind of buffoonery stereotypes. So I'm not one to advocate to silence it, but to at least put some safeguards in it, because those of us are really well invested in protecting his legacy.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling we'll be sort of revisiting this on a regular basis, because it's just gonna roll and roll and roll, I think.
Yeah. And anyway, so thank you so much, Steve, for
No
all
problem.
this engaging talk. It's great.
Okay, and thanks for your input as always, Brent.
Hey, thanks. You have a good one.
Yeah, all the best.
All right. Bye now.
That was young Brent, of course. And we have, who else do we have? Let's see now. We do have Salam, I believe. Hello, Salam.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Ha, I'm doing well.
First of all,
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
that dare say anything because he's a jealous nobody, and you're that shallow and that dumb to not want to meet the greatest entertainer of all time because he put on a few pounds. First of all, I don't even buy the story to begin with.
Okay.
I don't see anyone like in a regular, normal state of mind about to meet a living legend and saying, well, no, because he's gained a couple pounds. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So you think then that he didn't get the opportunity to meet him, and he's just making this up?
Or he's just a legitimate sociopath, because who in their right mind would say no to meet a human being? Forget Elvis. Let's say it was your neighbor. Well, I'm not going to meet my neighbor because he's overweight. Or, you go to your family member's birthday party and let's take a family photo. Well, I'm not going to take a photo with so-and-so because they're overweight.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And and if it is true, the jealousy is just incredible. The level of jealousy that you would have to say something like that about one of, the most successful people of all time in your same domain. I mean, it's clear that you would never reach the heights of Elvis, and it's clear why you would say such a negative, insensitive comment about another person like that. But that's my
and also he seems to be completely out of touch with reality as well, because Alison said afterwards, I'm not the thinnest person on the planet either. And he if it was a phone interview, you could understand him saying it, but face to face talking to me and saying something like that,
she's sitting right there, the poor thing, the co-host, she was overweight, and she's sitting there listening to this like it's ridiculous.
It is, yeah. What about this AI? How do you feel about that?
I don't like it, Steve. It's just leave things as they are. Like we're coming in, like when you start, like right now it's in the 3 stages, like you said, and you can kind of tell that it's fake.
Mhm.
But, you know, as the years go by and they start perfecting it, it's kind of scary. I don't even, it's also like killing art in general. Like, I don't know, are they going to make full AI movies from now on? Are we not going to have actors anymore? Are we not going to have singers anymore? Are we not going to know what's real Elvis or what's fake? I mean, it was cool at the start because you're like, oh, I wonder what he would sound like singing I Will Always Love You. But then
Yeah.
but once it takes it to the next level,
It's almost like be careful what you wish for, isn't it?
yeah, like, and there's a nice, there's a beauty in wishing. Like, I wonder what Elvis would have sounded like singing this song, like we do every week. You know, I wish Elvis had recorded.
Mhm.
It's okay to wish. It's okay to imagine. It's okay to wonder. We don't have to, you know, satiate every single wonder we have, or every single, and we have to do something about it. It's just fun at the same time to wonder, and let's not ruin what's real.
Yeah, I mean, when all this first started coming on board, I was quite I was fascinated, and I thought it was clever, and I thought it was a bit of fun. But now with this, and especially this one where sort of 840,000 views and 90% of the people on there actually think it's Elvis, it's getting a little bit scary now for me.
Yeah, and I saw that video a couple weeks ago, and I did a double take, and then I said, "Oh, that's not Elvis. He never sang that on stage that way in that environment." And then the chest was weird, so I was like, "Oh, that's not Elvis's chest." Like, because I know Elvis.
Yeah.
But other people don't, because the face was very clear. And someone who's not a fan and they don't watch Elvis as much as we do, they'll probably think it's Elvis.
Yeah. Oh, they do. There's someone there who are absolutely convinced that it's Elvis and will not be told what it is. They don't believe. I've tried telling them. I've been on that video telling people. I've even posted on the comments the actual Dean Z video, and they still won't believe it. So I don't know what more I can do. Yeah, I don't know what more I can do, you know.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, AI in general, Elvis or not, it's just, I don't like it. It's scary. I think we're not going to have any human-made art anymore, and human-made movies, which I don't know. It's just like, where are we heading as a world, as a society, where people don't make anything anymore? And, you know, we're going to lose the human touch. So I don't know. I'm totally against it. I would like it to stop. I think, you know, Elvis fans probably should not be participating in that or creating things, and we should be debunking them as they come out around, like, hey, this is fake, like the Photoshop that we do, like, hey, this is Photoshop, hey, this is AI. We try our best, but like you said, it's hard because some people, they get convinced easily. So but anyway, those are just my thoughts, and screw whoever that person was. I don't even know who he was who said that about Elvis.
Cliff Richard.
I don't care to know any more information about that person.
Okay, no problem. I can tell when you came on, actually, you're not pleased. I could hear the peevishness in your voice. All right, Salam.
Overprotective here.
Okay, all right. It's always great to hear from you. Cheers, Salam.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I could hear in Salam's voice when she first came on just how annoyed she was with that. And if there is anybody that wants to ring me on the normal phone line, they can do that as well, because I'm going to open up those phone lines as well. So if anybody wants to ring me in the normal way, in fact, somebody is there straight away. Hello. Oh, hello, young lady. I saw you in the queue earlier on, but you must have dropped off, did you?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't work.
Oh, okay. Well, this works well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Coming down with the cold now.
Oh no, I don't believe you.
Yep.
So tell me, what you want to speak about, Cliff, and you want to speak about AI, don't you?
Yeah.
Which one will we do? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do Cliff first, will we?
Yeah.
Did you see the video?
I didn't, but I heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's an incredibly rude, ignorant, stuck-up spoon.
Mm-hmm.
To become an actor, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You just don't do it, do you? Like I said earlier on, you know, you don't pick on somebody's, imperfections, if you like, and make fun of them. It's just something you don't do, unless you're sort of a 3-year-old or something, you know.
Exactly. And the thing is, he's not here to defend himself. But the thing also, if it was the other way around, Elvis calling him like overweight and refused to meet him, people would be up in arms about it.
Exactly.
So,
And I don't know about you, I'm going to say this now, but I've never really liked Cliff. I don't know what it is. There's just something about him. So, I mean, you can't like everybody, I suppose, and Cliff wouldn't. And even before this, I never really liked him, and I didn't like his music, so no loss, really.
He's sort of really overrated, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Because I'm not 100% sure what people see, but I mean, I know people's tastes differ, so that's okay. But he's not my cup of tea.
I agree.
What about this AI?
Oh, don't get me started. I think it's a load of, excuse my English, but it's a load of shit.
Yeah, well, you see, when it first came out and they started doing those videos, Luigi, a couple of years ago, I just thought they were a bit of fun. But after watching this one now and seeing how people have just been completely and utterly fooled by this one, this After Loving You one, it is getting a little bit out of hand now for me. I didn't think it'd get this far.
No, it is, but it's also like there's a guy on TikTok or Instagram known as Elvis Roberts, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He uses deepfake. And people are thinking that's Elvis alongside because he uses his face and stuff. And I'm just like, it doesn't look good. It's given a wrong impression of what Elvis looks like, how he was, and it's making people think, oh, he's still alive. He's not. He passed away, and I think it's absolutely disgusting that they're trying to tarnish his memory by making people think that he looks different compared to what he actually looks like.
Yeah, and the last thing we need is more people thinking that he didn't die.
Exactly.
Because don't get me started on that.
No, I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's because of how impressionable the younger generation is today.
Yeah, but it's older folk as well, because I mean there are a lot of older folk on there saying that they were, fans for 50 odd years, and this is the first time I've seen this video. How did I miss it? And I always answer, well, you haven't missed it because this is a brand new video using AI or deepfake technology, and you've been fooled. And some of them have got quite testy and quite nasty because I've sort of tried to point it out to them. You just can't help people sometimes.
No, you can't, because they're not going to open their eyes. It's all about, I agree with what Salam said. I think it's going to come to a point where every single movie, musician, artist is just going to be AI. And I think that's wrong. It's taking the jobs away from people who've worked hard throughout their life, especially like Elvis. And it's just going to make him sound wrong and not his proper carefree, talented voice.
I mean, we know that there's CGI in movies and has been for years, but that's been for special effects and things like that, and for crashes and burns and all those sort of things. People jumping out of planes when they're not really jumping out of planes and stuff like that. But this is completely different to CGI. This is making you see somebody that isn't really there, or making somebody into somebody else, which they've done with Dean Z. I mean, they've made Dean Z into Elvis.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
Dean Z doesn't look like Elvis. He doesn't even sound like Elvis. Yeah, he's got the moves down, which is fair enough. He's talented in that area. But also, he should not be editing out someone else's work.
That's right.
That's plagiarism and copyright theft.
That's right.
YouTube should be taking it down.
Yeah, I think it's been on there now for a couple of years, so they haven't caught on to it yet anyway.
No.
So, okay, nice to hear from you. And thanks for modding for me as well.
That's all right, Steve. Sorry, I was late.
Okay. Cheers.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, some good points there by. Did I just cut somebody off? I'm sorry if I cut somebody off. If they want to call back, they can. Hello.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hello. How are you, young lady?
I'm very good, thank you.
This is Kathy, isn't it?
It is indeed. I haven't rung for a long time. I'm from New Zealand.
It's good to hear from you. What time is it over there?
It is 9:24 a.m.
Wow, you're an early starter.
Well, that's why quite often, you might see it quite often, I have to do the catch-up.
Oh, yes. So your Monday has started over there then?
It has indeed. Yes.
Monday mornings.
Sadly.
Oh,
Monday morning.
I hate Monday mornings.
Me too.
So what can we do for you?
Well, are we still on live, Steve?
Yes, we certainly are.
We are, yeah, because I keep on having to refresh. I'm not quite sure where I'm at here.
Oh.
But we're just talking about Cliff Richard and...
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't actually hear all that, but I just assume that he's insulted Elvis something terrible.
Yeah, he turned down the opportunity to meet Elvis in 1976 because, and I'm paraphrasing here now, he'd put on a lot of weight. And for me to have a photograph taken with Elvis, which was going to be going on my fridge, he had to look good. That's basically what he said.
And unless, which I doubt very much, he's referring to protecting Elvis. You know, Elvis wouldn't like a horrible picture of himself on his fridge. I doubt that very much, but it's a thought. Yeah, it's just jealousy.
Yeah,
total jealousy.
Yeah,
just awful.
That's what springs to most people's mind is he's still to this day, 40 odd years after Elvis passed away, he's still jealous of the man.
Absolutely. Yeah. And who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah, that's true. Because he knows, as somebody said earlier on, he knows that he'll never match Elvis. You know, he'll never be.
Well, I
Elvis
wonder if
was.
we'll be talking about Cliff Richards, and 46 years after he's gone, as much as we do about Elvis.
Well, I think it'll be a case of who.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this other thing. Because
the AI, yes.
I'm coming from a different angle here.
Okay.
I've just spent a weekend with Dean Z on a cruise. I've actually known Dean for many years now. And I just have to say, as you're pointing out, someone else has taken over that video.
Yeah.
Because Dean, he is such a respectful man. I've never known anyone to love and respect Elvis. It's just absolutely genuine person.
Good.
And there's no way he would want that to not be known. It is not Elvis.
So do you know if Dean knows that this has been done to that video?
I'm sure he must be aware if you're saying it's been there for 2 years.
Yeah.
Whether he knows that someone's plagiarized it like that and it's not actually advertising this isn't Elvis, I'm sure he wouldn't like that. Because he always points out that, what he does is because of his love of Elvis. He will never be Elvis. No one will ever stand up to Elvis Presley. He's just I can't tell you enough what a lovely man he is.
That's good. That's
very
good.
well mannered.
Yeah.
He's just full of respect. He's been doing Elvis since he was, I think, 4 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, let me make it clear. This is in no way a criticism of Dean Z. It's a criticism of the person that's because even Luigi made it clear that what he'd done. It's the person that's re-uploaded this video is at fault in my eyes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Yeah. I wish I'd known at the weekend. Because, I talked to him a few times. He's just, I can't say enough. What a fabulous performer and a lover of Elvis.
Well, make sure next time you see him, you tell him about this. Because
yes, I will.
Maybe he doesn't know. I mean, I know he's a busy fellow, so maybe he doesn't know.
He certainly is.
Okay, Kathy, thanks for your call. Nice to speak to you. Please do call in again because we love to hear from you.
I will do.
All right.
I love your show. Thank you, Steve. I'm always listening.
Thanks.
Okay.
All the best.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, right. Now, I see that I do have a caller on Discord. So we'll see if I can bring that person in. Hi, Priscilla.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks. And you, Steve?
I almost forgot to open your fader then, and I wondered why people couldn't hear you.
I didn't know I was on a fader.
Oh yes, yes. I have a special Priscilla fader here for you, And if you want, I can fade. I can fade you out again, and you're gone. You're gone. Nobody can hear you. I can fade you back in again. There you go.
Well, people might prefer it when it's on, Steve, instead of listening to me.
So I know you're gonna give me a lot of information here about these two things, AI and Cliff. Will we do Cliff first?
We will. The poor creator.
What do you think about Cliff?
I think what part of his brain did he not engage?
Well, yeah, this is it. You see.
Could it be old age though? Really? Could we like, be nice and say, "Ash, the creator's lost his marbles"?
Well, you see, the thing is Alison Hammond actually said Cliff Richard's age is not an excuse for a critical comment he made about Elvis's weight. I don't think anybody of any age has an excuse to come out with something like that. That's what she said.
I did see the interview.
Yeah.
I did see the interview. And I, at the end of it, she said, "Oh, we're here to talk about your book. I'm overweight, but we'll still talk about your book." And he looked at her with this awkward kind of half smile on his face because he realised the mistake he had made then.
Yeah, yeah.
My nana used to say, lads, and I never understood it because I was a child and I was innocent. She used to say, it's an awful measure of a man when he has to make somebody else look bad before he looks good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't quite know why he had to say that. He could have just said, I did have a chance to meet him, but it didn't work out. Why he had to go into the specific details of why he didn't want to see him, I don't know. It's the
man is off his head. And come here, like, tell you, how many times have we said it? People are talking about it, and now they're talking about the book he was promoting.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people have clever marketing campaigns behind these things.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What about
really
the
controversy sells?
Yeah, it does. What about this AI? That's another controversy.
No, come here. Wait, let's tell you now. They can stop now.
Yeah, it's gone a bit too far, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a load of how's your father. There is pros and cons with every development we make with technology, but there's no excuse for idiocy. And I think people, there is a whole cohort of people, and I'm not categorizing it in a particular age bracket. I'm going to be controversial here now, Steve.
Okay.
People believe everything they see and read.
Well, this is it. They do. That's the trouble, you see. They believe everything they see on the internet now.
No. You can't help them.
No.
Because those people will believe everything they see and they read. Yeah. Our job here is to maintain a certain amount of level-headedness amongst this and to continue to ignore that kind of wormholes that they try to bring you down. Well, I tell you, the man was perfection. He what he did musically was phenomenal. What he did humanly was phenomenal. He was a human. He did have faults, and let he who is without sin cast the first stone. If they were to throw him at me, I'd be buried under Mount Everest at this stage. But he did wonderful things for the world. He continues to do that. We don't need that. We don't need that interfering with people and having. I don't know how do you say this now without causing all out war. The people who believe that will believe it if we said it was Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, I know.
This isn't anything to do with Elvis. Now, the only reason it's getting that traction is because Elvis is so relevant to so many people still to this day.
Yeah.
But if I don't believe AI, it serves purposes, medically, training pilots, all of these things. And this has been around for a long time. This isn't a new thing.
Good point.
Everything has its good and its bad points, but we need to educate ourselves and to understand that engaging with some of the hype that's around these, I think is feeding into them. Like, I won't watch the video. I won't watch it. I'm not giving it another view.
Well, there has been a lot of people fooled by it. I mean, like I say, there's 840,000 on there, and 90% of them think it's Elvis. Those people
are going to be fooled. Okay, so those people are going to be fooled no matter what you do. We just need to keep promoting the amazing man that Elvis was, and not this raw mate. And if people watch that and truly within themselves believe it, then we can't change that.
Yeah,
You can comment, and you've said it yourself. People get testy when you comment, and they go, "Why are you? Is there something wrong with me?" I believe it's true. The reality is, not everything we see or hear is true, Steve.
Yeah. One of them actually said
that is true.
One of them actually said to me, "Don't tell me, Elvis. You don't know as much as I do." And I'm thinking, okay, I'm out. I'm stopping.
See, again, here's where I'm at now, Steve. Them people are going to believe that no matter what you say.
Yeah.
Because they saw it with their very own eyes.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
So
very
again,
true.
there's no excusing, and I hate to use the word stupidity because I'm not using it as a slur. But if people aren't compass mentis enough to know that we now are living in an age where they can interfere with everything.
Yeah, that's
everything
right.
and anything, and do it to a level that can fool some people, not all of the people.
That's right.
I think that it's an absolute just disgrace.
I mean, and also I've kept the poll easy because you told me off last week. So you're definitely a no. It's tampering with reality. Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. So you'll know it's tampering with reality, aren't you? Yes.
It's absolutely tampering with reality, and because we're not dealing with people, everybody's not on the same playing sheet when they watch these things.
Yeah, that's right.
I just think that we can't change what those people choose to believe or hear. All we can do is continue to promote the goodness and the positivity that exists around Elvis and the community that has now built up and the support that we feel. And so that's what we should focus on, not these negative numpties. God help us. God help us.
That's what we're going to continue to do. Yes, definitely. Thanks, Priscilla. All the best.
You're welcome, Steve.
All right.
Thanks for listening, Ben.
Talk to you. Oh, no problem.
See you later.
Talk to you again. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Priscilla. There's nothing like a Priscilla call, that's for sure. Nothing like a Priscilla call. Okay, right now, let me cut that off for a second and move on. We're going to move on. Thanks so much for the callers. I enjoyed them. As always, I enjoy speaking to people about these things. And we're going to do Elvis, this day in Elvis history. And 1954, we got by popular demand. Yes, by popular demand, Elvis performed again at the Palladium Club, Houston. Western Union telegram to Vernon Presley from Houston. Oh, so first of all, sorry, there it is. And there's that spelling again, Presley. And then here is this telegram that I'm talking about. Western Union telegram to Vernon Presley from Houston, November 26th, 1954. I'll tell you what it says because it's quite poor. It's quite badly faded. He sent a telegram to his parents. Hi, babies. Here's the money to pay the bills. Don't tell no one how much I sent. I will send more next week. And there is a card in the mail. Love, Elvis. So the good son that he was sending money home on a regular basis with his newfound fame. 1955, Louisiana hayride. Okay. 1956. Elvis paid a visit to his grandfather, Jesse D. Presley, and his wife, Vera, at 4008 Beaver Street. He didn't arrive empty-handed. Elvis brought with him... I'll just up that a little bit. Elvis brought with him what is reportedly the very first car he gave away, a brand new 1957 Ford Fairlane with a new TV set in the trunk, and handed over $100. And there's a photograph of them beside the car. Elvis drove back to Memphis, visiting the colonel on the way. 1959, military service in Germany. And also a love letter to Little Anita Wood. And it says, "My dearest darling Little," but I'm not going to read all that out because some of it is quite hard to understand, but that's the original letter that he wrote to Anita, who unfortunately we lost recently. Now 1960, big day in 1960 because Are You Lonesome Tonight hit number 1 in the US. Wild in the Country movie production, Elvis flew to Las Vegas for the weekend with Charlie Hodge, Joe Esposito, Red West, and Alan Fortas. 1960. Oh, yeah, sorry. There you go. Wild in the Country. 1961. We've got Kid Galahad, of course, movie production. 1971. Elvis returned to Palm Springs after his week in Los Angeles and stayed there until December the 3rd. 1972, yes, look at this for a check. Nice clear picture as well. Here's a check Elvis wrote in 1972 to the Sugar Ray Youth Fund, a charity started by famous boxer Sugar Ray Robinson. Founded in 1969, the foundation provides year-round program activities related to sport, fine arts, and the performing arts. Robinson said, by offering youth opportunities to express themselves through sports, artistic activities, and cultural enrichment, we can get them, the children who are not reached by other methods, to help keep them out of trouble. And as you can see, a very, very clear photograph there of a $1,000 check, November 26th, 1972, signed by E.A. Presley. 1976, Elvis performed at the Memorial Coliseum, Portland, Oregon. And there's a couple of photographs of him in Portland. So that was this day in 1970. This day in history, November 26th, through the years. Come on, Steve. What are we going to do next? Oh, yes, we're going to just say that if you have ideas, you can send them in. Underrated songs, Photoshop, smoking hot photos, all those sort of things, funny caption photos. You can suggest a topic for discussion. Send them to Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel at gmail.com. And I would also be... Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. I would also love if you could subscribe. So click the red subscribe button and turn the bell black so that you get all notifications. Okay. Now, Photoshop. Yes, you saw that briefly because I was clicking the wrong thing. And it's this. There's Elvis with his feet up, but actually it's not. It's Paul Newman. Paul Newman. Thanks again to Kirsty for exposing Elvis Photoshops on Instagram. That's what that one comes from. So that's this week's Photoshop. Not a great one, is it really? You can actually see that Elvis's head is planted on that. The lighting is different and everything. So, yeah. Not good. Not good. Now, a song I wish Elvis had recorded, suggested by our very own Jack Mullins. Jack, it's you. Legendary Canadian singer and songwriter Gordon Lightfoot has graced us with countless memorable tunes throughout his career. One of his most moving and introspective songs is I Do It Again. The heartfelt ballad carries a profound message that resonates with many listeners. The song delves deep into the themes of reflection, regret, and the longing for second chances. I'm sure Elvis might have felt that way. Let's see now. It resonates with anyone who has ever wondered what could have been and has felt the weight of past decisions. The chorus of I Do It Again is a poignant expression of remorse and the longing for a chance to rectify past mistakes. It encapsulates the regretful sentiment of wishing to relive certain moments and make different choices. The repetition of the line, I do it again if I had the chance, emphasizes the desire to rewrite the narrative of one's life. I Do It Again first appeared on Gordon's 1976 album, Summertime Dream. And there it is. That's the album that it's taken off. And Jack says that he thinks it would suit Elvis, or it would have suited Elvis, down to the ground. So that's this week's A Song I Wish Elvis Had Recorded, sent in very kindly by Jack. And as I say, keep those suggestions coming in. And I'll put a link below to that I Do It Again so that you can maybe think, yeah, Elvis could have made a good job of that. That doesn't sound like you're describing I'd Do It Again. Does it not? Okay. I mean, I've kind of lifted that from the description of I'd Do It Again. So, yeah. There you go. Jack, it would have been a very good song for Elvis. Yeah, I think so as well. So, yeah, there you go. And we've got Caption This Photo. I'm going to say something about this photo in a second, and you can tell me whether you think I'm seeing things or not. This was the Caption the Photo. And when I first saw it, I'll take it off again, and then I'll post it again. When I first saw it, I thought that lady was lying down and her hand was on her chest, not his leg. And Elvis was sort of standing over her as she was lying down. So does anybody else see that? So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Strange. Maybe it's just me. It's an up-tempo song about being a musician. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've described the song that you sent in, Jack. Anyway, I'm going to post the link down below, and we can discuss it later, Jack. So there you go. That's the Caption This Photo, and I don't know. Norset says we wish, Steve. Oh yeah, I can see it, Steve. Yeah, I can see it as well. It's when you first view it. Once you know that's his leg, you realize. But when you first look at it, it does look like she's lying down with her hand on her chest. Oh dear. I think I must go and have a lie down myself, if that's what I'm seeing. Right, here we go. Baby, I've told you 14 times after the show. Watch that hand, miss. Funny how scarves slip away. I like that one. Baby, what you want me to do. That's another one. And easy, honey. Linda is next to you. But the winner with... This one is Cammy, sent in by Cammy. Thank you, Cammy. I give you anything you want, but I got to keep my pants. And that's the winner. So really, well done, Cammy. And we're going to give you a round of applause. And I'll do the same thing probably on Tuesday. I'll post a picture on... I'll do it on Discord, and I'll also do it on YouTube as well. And you can leave your comments. Don't leave your comments on Discord. Just leave your comments on the community page on YouTube. And whoever gets the most likes gets a shout out on the Sunday show, as Cammy did. Cammy, you got the most likes this week. Alrighty. Okay. Now, Norset says, way to go, Cammy. Steve, the lyrics do not match your description of Jack's suggestion at all. Okay. I'm really confused now. I really am confused. Okay. The song that Jack wished Elvis had sung is I Do It Again. And check it out. But I don't know. I thought it did. I thought it matched up. Where am I? Maybe I haven't got it. Maybe I threw it away. Here it is. One of his most moving and introspective songs is I Do It Again. The heartfelt ballad carries a profound message that resonates with many listeners. Yeah, no, I got all this off the website, so I don't know. That's something for us to discuss later. Now, underrated Elvis songs, and this is I'm not going to mess this up, okay? Yeah, because this is sent in by Laurie Gelman, and it's written by Fred Wise and Kay Twomey, Norman Blagman, recorded at Studio B, Nashville, Tennessee, on March the 13th, 1961. And it was released in May 1961 on the wonderful album Something for Everybody. that's that wonderful album there. Elvis entered the familiar Studio B in Nashville on March the 12th, 1961, and recorded 11 of the tracks for the album in one 12-hour session. Amazing to think that he recorded the whole album. I Feel So Bad was reserved for singles release. I Slipped, I Stumbled, I Fell was added to the album to make up the 12 tracks. And it was, of course, from Wild in the Country. What he did was he recorded I'm Coming Home, Gently, In Your Arms, Give Me the Right, I Feel So Bad, It's a Sin, I Want You With Me, There's Always Me, Sentimental Me, Judy, and Put the Blame on Me. Oh, yes, that's the one that Laurie says is underrated. And it's amazing, actually, that he only did 5 takes. Take 1 was a false start. Take 2 was complete. 3 was a false start. 4 was a false start. And take 5 is the master. So he nailed it, apart from, the false starts 1 and 3 and 4. He nailed it in 2 takes. What a performance. What a performance. So that's her underestimated song as well. Put the Blame on Me, and thanks for sending that in, Laurie. Thank you very, very much. I'm still thinking about this. It's not a heartfelt ballad, Steve, though. I'm still sort of puzzled about why I'm sort of describing a different song to I Do It Again. But maybe that's just because I haven't listened to it deeply enough. Right. So Smoking Hot is coming up, but I want to have a look at the poll. Easy question. Elvis A.I. Yes, I approve. Yes, I support it. No, it's tampering with reality. And I think what I'll do is I will close it. Let's see. End poll. Okay. 81% say no, it's tampering with reality. End of story. Only 18% said yes, they'll support it. So a landslide victory for no, it's tampering with reality. 81% said no, and only 18 said yes. And it doesn't surprise me. And as I said earlier, I was a big advocate for it at the start. I thought it was great fun and I liked seeing it. But now I can see just how much it can fool people and how much it can sort of distract people and just really pull the wool over people's eyes. I don't think it's good. I really don't think it's good. So I would have voted no, it is tampering with reality. I've changed my view of AI and deep fake. As I say, I was a big advocate for it maybe 18 months ago. So things have really, really changed. So don't worry too much about my ramblings about I Do It Again if I've actually sort of sounded like I've described the wrong song. But that's the song that Jack wishes Elvis had recorded. I Do It Again by our friend Gordon Lightfoot. If you like what you've seen live, or if you like what you've seen on replay, then please give it a thumbs up because we're targeting 300 likes for this video. And also, if you want to support the channel, you can buy me coffee by using the link below, or you can scan that QR code, which is just up above me here. Make it easier for you. Or if you don't want to do that, buy me coffee, and you don't want to use the buy me coffee website, you can support the channel on PayPal as well, using the link below. So thanks to Dave, and thanks to Maxine, and thanks to Chris for moderating. Thanks to all the callers. I really enjoyed hearing your take on AI and good old Cliff. And it never ceases to amaze me how people ring in and want to speak to me and want to speak to the people listening and give their opinions on Elvis, because we just love to talk Elvis. And I would encourage people to use the Discord during the week, 24/7 chat and Elvis picture of the day and all those other things that we have such great fun. And we will be actually starting next month, December onwards. I will be giving whoever wins the Elvis picture of the day gets a point. And at the end of the month, we'll total up the points and they will be Elvis picture of the day fan of the month. That's a big mouthful, isn't it? I'll have to try and shorten that a little bit. So, it's all over again for another week. I can't believe how quick these hours go. So, I will see you next Sunday. Keep an eye out for the Caption this Elvis photo. And please join the Discord channel by using the link below. And have fun. What do you say, Al?
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.
Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the smoking hot photo, did I? There it is. There it is. And it's a real bedhead, isn't it? A real bedhead. See ya.